Prior to this, the Russians used a large bottlenecked rim case to the power of about like a 30-06, and the rim cartridge, being as it is, made magazines bulkier, made the ammo bulkier, made everything bulkier. So here we have a short 30-30 power cartridge, rimless. Got quite a bit of taper to it, but this is all designed into it. This is an extremely well thought out system. The Russians used this gun, developed this gun and used it, and it's been made in China and Russia, and I think most of the other communist satellite nations. I don't think there's any Western nations that have produced it. But the gun is extremely robust and it's extremely reliable, and the Russians have done well with it. The gas block and the front sight are, as a rule, extremely tight. That means we don't take those off unless we have to, because you usually wreck them in the process. So don't try to take them off because they're very, very tight. And the same with the rear sight band that holds the rear sight in place. So those things normally are now an integral part of the barrel. The barrel will unscrew from the receiver. You want to make a new barrel or replace it for some reason, you can. That's not common. But let's say that we wanted to reload for this gun, and we wanted to shoot 308 diameter bullets because they're easier to get. Then it would make sense to make a new barrel in 308 bore size, so we can shoot 308 bullets. Because these, remember, we've got the bolt apart. We'll talk about the firing pin for a moment. Like I said earlier, I do not care for the square tip firing pin, and I think they should be hemispherical. But they're clever in that the tip is tapered and fills the hole, because the hole is tapered, so that we don't have a place for the primer to flow into very much. Now, the square firing pin has a tendency to thin or cut the edge of the primer around where the dent is. That's not good. I prefer, and when I use one of these, I make a hemisphere or close to a hemisphere on the tip of the pin. You can frequently improve accuracy by bedding the gun. When the gun is bedded correctly, everything will be held in the stock in this area right here. Lots of times this front section of the stock will be pushed into this hanger, and that gun will not shoot well. This basically should float. The wood should be retained in the front by that hanger, but should not push on it this way, so that you have to have a gap in this area. You have to have a gap, as you can see, in this area right here. So the front end does not touch the hanger, only the sides. And if you need to bed it, I'll show you where we go to tighten it up. This particular